What's good, everyone? It's Blackbeard What Ifs back with another video, and this one is what if Deku was an alien? Now, yes, you all may be wondering how the heck I'm gonna do this. Do not worry, I got a great plan for this, and it's gonna be good. But what I do want you guys to comment though is where is this robot from? Where is this alien from? I'll give you all a hint. It's on Netflix, but you all need to say the name of the of where it's from. Show, movie, whatever. You all need to say what it's from, okay? That's my I don't know, little piece of trivia for you today. But I that's about it for all I have in the beginning. If you all like if you all like the video, leave a comment saying how you liked it. If you don't like it, let me know what you don't like in the comments. And hey, like my video. If you really like my content, just hit that subscribe button and hit the bell for notifications. And with that out of the way, let's get into the video. So, where we start off is with Jiro, Denki, and basically the whole Baku squad. This is before UA, like middle school Baku squad. They basically met ahead of time. And, they're just hanging out and everything as Mina gives a good idea. She's like, hey guys, why don't we go to this one creepy forest that everyone was talking about? That quote unquote haunted forest. As, as Denki's like, well, I don't know. That don't seem like, no, Jiro's like, I don't know. That doesn't seem like a good idea. As Baki goes like, oh, shut it, long ears. I say we do it. It sounds fun. As, Kirishima, Siro, Denki, basically everyone agrees except Jiro. But Denki's like, come on, don't you want to go? As she's like, fine. And, they pack, like, enough stuff where they could survive a night there, and then, that's about it. And from that point on, they head into the forest. Now, when they go into the forest, it's very, like, cold. Like, all of a sudden, the further into the forest, the colder the air seems to feel. But they pay no mind to it, as, they all have some type of jacket or coat on or something. And they also realize that it's very quiet in there. And they're like, whatever, it's probably nothing. As they would, just kind of look around, search and everything. They couldn't find anything, so all throughout the day, they spend it, getting ready, like getting up a tent and all that, and just kind of screwing around. Like, just screwing around. And what would happen is, crap, what was it? What would happen is, like, after they get their tents, they would just play a couple games and everything. As, they would play games, and while they're playing these said games, one of them would be, like, Truth or Dare. And, it goes as normal until it reaches Jiro. As, she picks Dare, and they're like, okay. As Mina, she gets a grin on her face, and she's like, alright, I dare you to walk in a straight line until you hear something. Then you can turn around or you can keep going. And depending on what it is, we might hear it too. So we'll come to you, if anything. As uh as she's like, okay, whatever you say. As she gets up and she starts walking, she gets her coat on and everything, and she starts walking towards the like in a straight line from the tent. And she's going and everything. She's walking, still hasn't heard anything, so she keeps walking. she's playing music, but the music's turned down so she can at least hear something coming, like rustling or anything. But like right as she's thinking about turning her music up, she hear like all you can hear is just this huge boom. Like they can hear cracking, like wood cracking, and then they hear this huge boom. And everyone and like basically she wants to run back, or she starts running back. And as she's running back, she runs into Denki and the Baku squad, who basically they are like, how would you put it? Uh like they're running towards it, and Jiro, not trying to get left behind, she turns around and she starts running towards it as well. And once they make it there, they find this crashed spaceship, and they're like, "What the heck is that?" And Bago immediately he jumps down trying to see what it is. He slides a little, he lands down, he looks around and everything, and he's like, "Huh, I don't know how we're gonna get into this." As Kirishima tries hitting it with his quirk, and Mina tries using her acid. It doesn't work, of course. No, Denki tries using the electricity. Bakugo tries using an AP shot. Nothing. And they keep trying over and over with different attacks, and it's still not doing anything. Now, Jiro, she would walk around it, because it's a very big ship. It's a very big spaceship, about the size of like a regular. Uh, it's about the size of I'll say a regular, just 1-story house. That's about how big it is, but at the same time, it's still pretty big nonetheless. Or no, it's about the size of a 2-story house. 2-story house that stretched out more. Yeah. And it's no, she's looking around and everything, and she happens to find this one button. Well, I guess you could say button. It looked like some type of handprint, but the hand did not look like a human hand. So she kind of moved her hand to like fit in that little spot, and she pressed it, and it opened. She was like, "Hey guys, over here." As they come looking over, they're like, "What is it?" As she's like, "Here, I think I found the way in." As they all immediately start running in and everything, or they all start rushing in, and like as they're moving around and everything, they're looking for stuff. They can't seem to find anything. But what they what they do kind of find is just what they find is there's this main room that looks kind of like a navigation room, and they're looking around and they're like, what the heck, what's in here? As they see scratch marks and everything along the whole building, or along the whole inside, something was clawing its way around. And they're like, what the hell? What is this? As they're examining it more and more, and they still can't seem to find out what it is. But eventually, Deku, he's like, or not Deku, Jiro, she's like, maybe we should just go. As, uh, they're like, nah, it's fine. As, she tries to stick there. And after, they're done being in the navigation room, but they see, other passages. As they all split up into groups except Jiro. She just wants to go alone. And just for a little bit of context, Jiro and Denki are dating, or are supposed to be dating. Keep in mind how I said supposed to be. So, what ended up happening, or what ends up happening is, Jiro would go, she would be looking around when she would hear, these noises. I'm not going to specify what they are, but I think you all can kind of get where I'm going with this. I hope you all can get where I'm going with this. If not, you're too innocent, leave the channel. And basically like she's following these noises more and more as she gets closer and closer, and she kind of peeks around this corner and she sees Denki and Mina talking, if you would. Yeah, I'm using air quotes right now when I say talking, so I think y'all can kind of get what I'm saying. But Jiro, she's like kind of tearing up a little as she turns off and she runs away, kind of crying. She runs away. She runs out. She texts Bakugo saying that she's going home, and Bakugo is like, "Crap, we need to go with her just in case something happens." As now she's running through the forest when all of a sudden she hears this deep growl, and she like looks to see what it is, and she sees it's this huge bear, and it's chasing her. Like it starts chasing her. She's running, she's crying, she's scared. Eventually it backs her into a corner, and it's slowly making its way to her. And she's up against the wall, and she's crying, and she's scared, and she just screams out for help. When all of a sudden this huge robotic being would just drop down. It would drop down like, and when it drops down, all of its limbs would like grab onto the ground as it stands up, and it points its two upper arms at the bear as the hands start to glow like it's about to fire something. And basically like this, like its hands start lighting up as it shoots a shot, and it hits the bear straight in the head, completely just obliterating its skull. Like that bear is dead. It's gone. And once that happens, Deku's like, or not, or once that happens, Juro, she like opens her eyes to see this robot as it like it looks at her, and then it kind of grabs, it uses its like lower arms, the arms that are like, yeah, lower, as it grabs her and jumps up with those arms and uses its other arms to climb up as it makes it to the top of this like cliff mountain thing, as it sets her there, as she backs up a little afraid, but then all of a sudden the robot just kind of like the robot kind of falls to its knees, and the lights on it start dimming as she looks, and she sees that there's a branch stuck in its side, as she slowly reaches for it, but it grabs her hand out of fear, and she's like, well, I'm here to help. It's okay. As she slowly grabs the branch and she pulls it out, like she just rips it out quickly, as the robot moves in pain, but then it stops as you can see the side of its body begin to heal and come back together, as it would look at her, as it would just kind of in a way flash a light that just kind of said thank you. Like you can't really see what it's saying or anything, but it would have a light on its face, and the light would just change, kind of saying thank you. And when that happened, she smiles and she's like, no problem. As it would like she'd pull out her phone and she's like, crap, where am I? Hey, big guy, do you know where I am? As it would shake its head no, as she'd be like, ah, crap. And she'd like I said, she'd pull out her phone and she's looking through Google Maps when all of a sudden the robot takes her phone, and then it would just like look at it, and then it would look as if it's scanning it for some reason. When all of a sudden the robot just looks around. Like it scans the robot, like it scans the phone, it scans her, and then it looks around. And using one of its arms, it points in a certain direction, which leads straight towards her house. And she's like, wait, what? Are you telling me how to get home? As it nods, and she's like, well, hey, alright, could you help me get there? As the robot would kneel down as she would get on its back, as instantly the robot would just take off, going on all six, I guess. Yeah, you can't really say all four, so it's using all six of its limbs to just like grab on and like climb and push and basically act like a spider almost. And it's jumping around and swinging and jumping from tree to tree and everything. Meanwhile, she's like, "Whoa, hey, buddy, slow down." As it like shakes its head and it speeds up a little more, and it makes it all the way to her house. And it like knocks on the door, kind of. And when it knocks on the door, Jiro's family, uh, Jiro's family would open the door and they're like, "Hello, is there anything you need?" What the heck? As no, they're staring, well, not really face to face, faced to chest with that huge thing, or with the robot. As it's like, as she's basically, Jiro gets down from the robot and looks at them. They immediately hug Jiro and they ask why she's with this, as she's like, "Well, he kind of saved me." As they're like, "What do you mean he saved you?" As she's like, "Well, I was kind of being chased by a bear, so he showed up and saved me, and in return I helped him because he had something stuck in his side, so I pulled it out for him." As uh basically what ends up happening, like after she explains what happened, they look towards the robot, like Jiro's parents look towards the robot as they bow and they say thank you. As the robot looks at them confused and just kind of like somehow manages to make its way into their house and make it up to Jiro's room, where it just kind of sits down by her bed. Like it just kind of gets onto its knees, its arms like drop down, as it just kind of sits there by her bed and deactivates. And Jiro, she's like, "What the heck? What is this thing? Oh well, I guess we're living. I guess it's living with us now." And she would basically, uh, she would just get in her bed with, and she would get in her bed, and before going to sleep, she would just kind of give the robot a small peck on the cheek while saying goodnight, as she would just put her blanket on her and go to sleep. And that's where I'm ending part one of this video right now. I know it's very short, but at the same time, guys, I'm gonna need y'all to just kind of deal with it. Just do me a favor, suck it up. I don't have a whole lot of time to do these videos. I'm very stressed at the moment, the way my life is. So, yeah, if it's short, I'm just need you guys to live with it, okay, buddies? Okay. So, yeah, that's basically it for the video. And if y'all have any questions or any feedback, put that in the comment. If you all have any ideas for videos, for future videos, put that in the comment as well. And with that out of the way, well, this is Blackbeard What Ifs signing off. I'll see you guys on the flip side. Bye bye now.